Hello and welcome to Dubai Life. Thank you for subscribing, sharing the videos, commenting and giving the videos a thumbs up. Now today's topic is about the Emirates ID replacing the visa stamps in the passports. For those who have been in the United Arab Emirates for long, at least for more than a year, you know that whenever you get a new residence visa or renew your residence visa, you get a sticker in your passport. The stamp in your passport used to carry information like the sponsor, the company you're working for, the position in the company, and the expiry date of the visa. Such information was always held on that sticker. Now, all this information and more is going to be held in your Emirates ID. Some information will be readable, while some information will be only readable by machines. It won't be directly readable like printed on the card. And this also means, like in the past, we had the residence visa expiring different date, while the Emirates ID expiring on a different date. So this means the same will apply. Maybe your validity of the residence visa is a different date and your Emirates ID is a different date. It is still possible, but all this information will be on the Emirates ID. Normally, companies will give you a 1-year contract or 2 years contract, and your residence will be limited to that time. However, the Emirates ID usually came with 3 years. So this is going to still remain mostly, but the Emirates ID will be able to have all that information. What else do we need to know? In the past, every time you got a job or you needed to renew your residence, you had to submit your passport if you're keeping it. And if you didn't keep it, then the company still held it and they had to submit it to the authorities to get that sticker. Now this is not required anymore. You may give a photocopy, and once you go through the visa process, the residence process of medical tests and fingerprint, all that, then your visa will be processed. Now this sticker will still be available for download online, and I'll give you the website, the authorities website, just down in the description. If you want to see it, you'll be able to access it and print it off and just keep it. So this will take some time as they're transitioning from the old system of the sticker to the new system without the sticker in the passport. And maybe in future all that will go away and you'll only have your Emirates ID to work as your proof that you are a resident of the United Arab Emirates for a certain period of time. So with time, the sticker will be out of system and you'll only have your Emirates ID to prove that you are a legal resident of the United Arab Emirates. So this also means that if you're keeping your passport, well, keep it safe. But now the Emirates ID is very, very important for you. If you're traveling through the airport gates, you'll have to show the Emirates ID to prove that you have a residence visa. So you have your passport without a sticker, that's a travel document, but you also need to have your Emirates ID to prove that you have a residence visa. So in case you lost your Emirates ID, that's when the online visa will help for you to print it out and just have it as a backup. This also means that if you're traveling, for example, you're coming back to the United Arab Emirates from your vacation in future, you'll have to carry your passport without a residence sticker and your Emirates ID that shows that you are a resident. Now, all the airports, all the authorities, the airlines in all countries have been informed about this change. So you're not supposed to have any challenges if you have a valid residence visa in your Emirates ID. You just have to show your Emirates ID and they'll be able to scan it and see that your residence visa is valid. But in case you don't have your Emirates ID, you can still access your visa, your stamp, online for a limited period of time. Maybe it will take a year or two, but before that, you can print it out and have it as a backup in case you don't have that Emirates ID, or if you lose it, you'll have that backup. You can print that visa sticker online and have it as something to prove that you are a resident who is valid to live and work in the United Arab Emirates. If you want to have the printed copy of that residence visa showing all the details of your residence in the United Arab Emirates, you'll have to visit the website www.icp.gov.ae, and you'll be able to print out this visa in only 3 steps. People who have also lived in the United Arab Emirates long enough know that recently the Emirates ID was also changed. Now this is a new generation Emirates ID with more capabilities, more technological capable compared to the old Emirates ID. This was a step moving away from having a sticker in the passport to having all the information on the Emirates ID. Now this new Emirates ID is holding a lot of information about us. Anyone living in the United Arab Emirates with a new Emirates ID, just know that that card is holding a lot of information about you. All the information the country knows about you is held on that card. Just know that by scanning that card, that new Emirates ID, the new generation Emirates ID, the government can know everything they have about you, all the information they have about you. Any information they don't have about you will not be coming up, but anything they know about you. If you have any record of misconduct, any file, any cases, all that information is stored on that card. So that's why even your residence now is going to that card. It's going to be a very special card you should keep, you should guard jealously. Do not worry that your airports will have issues when you come with only the Emirates ID without a sticker in your passport. The ICA, which is the Federal Authority for Identity and Citizenship, has already informed all the airports, has informed all the aviation authorities to take note of this change. It's going to be a transition because it's starting just tomorrow, but all the airlines, all the airports have been informed about this new change. That's it for me for today. Keep watching, keep sharing, and give the videos a thumbs up if you're happy with the information. Thank you so much. See you in the next video.